Hi people, TS here, just doing my review of our 3-1 defeat at home to United in the FA Cup. Of course, this means that we're out of the FA Cup, and that now means that the only kind of hope of any sort of silverware this season kind of stems from the Europa League, which of course will be another difficult competition to win. I must say I do believe that United overall in the end did deserve the victory, although we did start well. First 10-15 minutes we really looked on the front foot, and I definitely thought that we was going to score, but we definitely needed a goal. We didn't get it, and it was quite unfortunate. Then Sokratis gets injured. Hopefully his injury is not too serious, because he's going to be very pivotal to our defence, very crucial to our defence going forward for the upcoming games that we have going on. We'll find out in the next couple of days surely the length of that, but hopefully it's nothing too serious. Also, he had to come off. He was replaced by Mustafi. And, again, we were still on the front foot, still creating chances. But one thing that seems to be our issue is when we go on the attack, we seem to commit too many players forward. And, then United hit us on the counter on 2 occasions. It had to be the man Sanchez to score against us. It looks like Lukaku's going to shoot, plays the ball. Sanchez takes it round. And Cech and puts in the back of the net. And, for a guy that left the club a year ago and hasn't performed relatively well since, it was kind of written in the stars that he would score. And, he went ahead and did that. And, of course, a few minutes after that, Lingard went and scored also. And, thankfully we got one back before half-time. We looked quite strong going into half-time. We started the second half quite strong also. No changes at half-time. Something that, we was quite used to a bit earlier on in the season. But I think probably because we already did the one sub because of the injury, I think, it just made sense to stick with what we had. There was no reason to really change anything either. We was playing relatively well. And then Koscielny, gets into an accidental collision with Lukaku. He's, the studs cut him kind of behind his ear, caused him a lot of discomfort. He's had to come off the pitch also. We then had to resort to Xhaka's filling in at centre half. Obviously Guendouzi coming on for Koscielny, and then taking off Iwobi and bringing on Ozil, which I thought was a bad move, because I thought Iwobi was one of the players that when he get the ball, he's forward thinking and he was really driving forward. I don't know much was happening when we was playing the ball around the pitch quite a lot. I did think that around the box quite a lot. I did think he was one of the the attacking threat options, and that kind of summed it up. We weren't really pressing the action, we weren't really having much shots on goal, and whereas United did, they were just clinical with their shots, and definitely deserved the victory. And towards the end, for the second part of the second half, we didn't really have a focal point up top. Aubameyang and Lacazette both seemed to drift away from the centre, and of course that caused it made it kind of easier for United to defend, because there was no one really in the middle to deal with. And of course, if anyone's out wide, they're a lot easier to deal with than through the middle. And then right towards the end, United hit us on the counter again, and Cech parries it, doesn't parry it far enough, and Martial had a more or less a simple tap in to put away, which he did, meaning that it resulted in a 3-1 victory. Of course, towards the end, there was, a bit of a argy-bargy there between Kolasinac and Rashford, and then Lingard got involved. Talks like that a coin was thrown at him or into the crowd, and that's why a coin was thrown at him from the crowd, and that's why he got a bit, he kind of lost it. One thing for certain, we definitely don't condone if anyone's throwing coins at anyone, no matter what player it is, no matter what team they're from. We don't condone it at all. But, back to the game, it was a 3-1 victory for United. And, I can't really say on another day, maybe that victory doesn't happen, but some of these performances are just absolutely shocking, and there's no point even getting angry or shouting or raging about it. It's just something that, needs to be addressed. It's quite evident we're not going to sign anyone really this January transfer window. We've gone so far into January and we haven't got anyone, and we was at a bit of a crisis just before the window started. So it's quite evident that whatever's going to be done is going to have to be done in the summer. I thought Aaron Ramsey had quite a good game, and again, it's a shame to believe that this guy's going to leave the club for free. And he's putting in absolutely top quality performances week in, week out. He's been an absolute model professional, and it's quite unfortunate that he'll be leaving us at the end of the season for free. I have to say though, this United side under Solskjaer, they're definitely improving week by week, and if they continue with the good performances, I don't see any reason as to why they should look elsewhere for a permanent manager, in my personal opinion. Whether they do it or not, it's up to them. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a United fan, but from what I can see from an outsider looking in, he looks like he's doing a job with them, and that's credit to him. Well, that's my thoughts. That's my review on the game. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on the game, what things we need to address, and how we move forward from this result in terms of our next game. I will be doing a preview for the next game, so make sure that you look out for it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.